Picture this, you're standing at a crossroads in life. One path leads to comfort, the other to uncertainty. What do you choose? Who decides you? Or a chain of events stretching back to the dawn of time? Welcome to Ever Curious. And today we confront one of the oldest and most provocative questions humans ever asked. Do we truly have free will, or is everything predetermined? Let's dive in.
Ever Curious, learn what you love.
Free will, according to Encyclopedia Britannica, is the supposed power or capacity of humans to make decisions independently of any prior event or state of the universe. It's that radical idea that we are authors of our own story. It's tied to personal moral responsibility underpinning law, praise, punishment, and our everyday sense of choice. Existentialists like Jean-Paul Sartre even argued humans are condemned to be free. Determinism posits that every event, including human choices, is caused by preceding factors such as genetics, environment, and physics, rendering freedom an illusion. In a deterministic world, all moments are interconnected, resembling the last domino in an unbroken chain of causes where true free will is questioned. This raises profound questions about whether our choices are genuinely our own or merely results of prior influences that shape our paths. As deep as these notions go, they compel us to explore the intricacies of existence and the extent of our autonomy amid a universe governed by predetermined forces. The exploration of determinism urges us to reflect on our lives and consider how much control we truly wield over our destinies amidst the underlying currents that guide our decisions. This realization can be both unsettling and enlightening, challenging our perceptions of individual agency while revealing the interconnectedness of all experiences in the grand design of reality. Hard determinism asserts that free will is impossible because determinism is true. Wikipedia labels hard determinism as a view that determinism is incompatible with free will, and therefore free will does not exist. On the other side, metaphysical libertarianism argues free will exists and determinism is false, a view held by philosophers like Descartes, Kant, Reid, and contemporary ones like Peter van Inwagen. As the conversation unfolds, each philosopher presents their perspective, illustrating the complexities of human experience and the nature of choice. The tension between determinism and free will captivates audiences, raising profound questions about responsibility and morality. The debate rages on as proponents of hard determinism argue that every action is the result of prior causes, leaving no room for true choice. Meanwhile, defenders of metaphysical libertarianism passionately contend that individuals possess the ability to make choices independent of any constraints. Then there's compatibilism, the idea that free will and determinism can coexist. Compatibilists argue that as long as our actions stem from our desires and reasoning and not from coercion, we're free. Philosopher David Hume goes further. He says liberty requires necessity. Without deterministic linkages to our motives, actions would be random and thus not free. In this philosophical landscape, students gather to explore the intricate dance between freedom and destiny, pondering whether their choices are truly their own or shaped by unseen forces. The balance of free will and determinism becomes a central theme as debates unfold. The dialogue intensifies as they dissect how personal desires shape our decisions, navigating through the intricate layers of responsibility and choice. Each perspective adds depth to the understanding of whether we are architects of our fate or merely players in a predetermined play. Incompatibilists, libertarians, and hard determinists argue that you either have freedom without determinism or determinism without freedom. A key argument is the consequence argument by Peter van Inwagen. If we do not control the past or the laws of nature, and if those entail the future, then we do not control the future, leading to no genuine freedom. This debate leads to profound questions about human agency and the nature of reality, challenging each individual to consider whether our choices are simply echoes of predetermined events, or if we truly possess the capability to shape our destinies. In this quiet moment, the individual reflects on the intricate interplay of fate and free will, pondering whether life is an open road filled with possibilities or merely a preordained journey where every step has already been mapped out. As the professor elaborates on the philosophical theories, the audience grapples with the idea that each choice carries profound significance, leading to moments of realization about their own lives and the freedom they perceive. Modern science weighs in too. Neurobiologist Robert Sapolsky argues determinism reigns. From prenatal biochemistry to culture, our actions are not freely willed. He suggests rejecting moral praise or blame, even our legal system, because nothing is earned. Yet many philosophers, especially compatibilists like Peter Strawson, say our everyday responses, blame, gratitude, are deeply embedded in how we relate and can't be dissolved easily. As discussions unfold in various settings, the complexities of human behavior and moral responsibility become apparent. People wrestle with their beliefs, trying to reconcile the scientific perspective with their innate feelings of accountability and emotion. In academic circles and everyday life, the tension between science and philosophy surfaces particularly in discussions about morality and justice. The courtroom stands as a battleground for these theories where the implications of determinism challenge traditional views of accountability. By assuming determinism, much of the debate is framed in reaction to that assumption, but recent scientific thought calls the determinism assumption into question. A 2025 paper argues that modern physics offers no support for a strictly deterministic universe, and plenty of evidence for an indeterministic one, suggesting the debate itself may need reframing. As scholars gather in the tranquil library, they engage in deep discussions about the implications of this new perspective on reality. The abstract representation of the universe captures the essence of chaos and uncertainty, challenging long-held beliefs. In the lecture hall, eager students absorb every word as the guest speaker shares revolutionary insights about quantum mechanics. The experiment demonstrates how particles can act unpredictably, highlighting the profound shift in understanding the nature of reality. If determinism is false, does randomness give us freedom? Not really. Randomness or quantum chance doesn't equal meaningful choice. Decisions based on chance aren't will. A choice made at random isn't freedom. Libertarianism faces criticism for slipping into randomness and losing agents' control over action. In the dim light of the library, the philosopher immerses himself in the writings of great thinkers wrestling with the paradox of freedom versus control. He argues that while randomness may appear liberating, it strips away the essence of true choice, leaving individuals lost in a sea of unpredictability. As the philosopher contemplates the chaotic universe, he realizes that the randomness of particles mirrors the uncertainty in human choices. His hand hovers over the buttons, reflecting the dilemma: do we embrace chance or strive for deliberate control in our actions? Why care? Because if we lack true freedom, our foundations of moral responsibility, punishment, and praise wobble. If every choice was inevitable, can we blame or praise at all? Compatibilism preserves moral agency in a deterministic world. Hard determinism and libertarianism challenge centuries of ideas, forcing us to reconsider law, ethics, and identity. So where do we land? Are you a captain steering your own ship, a sailor on a predetermined current, or somewhere in between? Navigating both science, philosophy, and everyday experience, each offer different answers. But one thing's certain, the debate isn't just academic, it shapes how we understand justice, responsibility, and ourselves. Thanks for exploring this with Ever Curious.